Hello, ladies. It is story time. There was a mother I knew once. She had 11 children, a good home, and a good heart. She was doing her best, or so she told herself. Most mornings, she woke around 8. School began around 11, give or take. They do a little math, maybe some reading, break for lunch, and try again for an hour in the afternoon. But between her work from home responsibilities and the pull of daily life, she was stretched so thin she almost disappeared. She told herself the usual lies, the ones so many modern homeschool moms repeat. It's good for kids to self teach. As long as they're reading decent books and doing some math, they're fine. I'm doing a better job than the public school would. Those moms doing more, they're just overachievers. But somewhere beneath those comforting narratives lived a deeper fear that her older children could see right through her, that they knew their education wasn't being prioritized, that her home looked structured, but under the surface it was fraying. She had joined a co-op to create accountability, but it had become an echo chamber. Everyone reassured each other that they were doing enough. But in their third year, the cracks became impossible to ignore. One of her sons was struggling, behaviorally and academically. She started sitting in on his classes, then her other children's too. And what she saw shook her. Students goofing off through theology, science, and literature, parents casually letting things slide, children raised in church unable to name basic biblical figures. The moment everything came to a screeching halt was when another 10th grader, a church kid, a homeschooler, looked confused and asked, "Wait, who's Jonah?" That was it. The brakes slammed, the blinders came off. This mother finally admitted the truth. She wasn't doing fine. She was failing to lead. So she made a decision. She cut ties with the system that had numbed her. She took radical responsibility for the gaps. And she turned to the very curriculum she had once feared, because the only way out was through. That mother was me. And in this video, I'm going to tell you what happened next. How I changed, how I rebuilt, and how I became unrecognizable. So that mother was me. 4 years ago, I began the long, arduous journey of becoming unrecognizable. I'm Ashley, mother of 11, homeschooling mom of 18 years, and creator of the Homeschool Rescue Plan. If your homeschool feels heavy, if you feel like the weakest link in your own homeschool, then this video is your wake-up call. The Homeschool Rescue Plan is completely free because transformation doesn't start with products. It starts with facing the truth. So now I'm going to tell you mine. Back then, my life looked fine from the outside, but inside it was disorder camouflaged with good intentions. I blamed the chaos on too many kids, too much laundry, too much chaos. But the truth was actually much harder. I wasn't stuck. I was undisciplined. But that's actually the good news, because if discipline is the problem, then discipline is also the solution. My problem wasn't my life. It was my lack of command over it. I had forfeited the throne of my own home. Jordan Peterson says, "You're far more capable than you think, but also far more responsible." I realized that I had been waiting for relief when what I should have been doing was building order. So there was no single breaking point, just a slow suffocation until I saw it clearly. I had become a version of myself that I no longer respected. And the only way out was through a type of death, death to self. Not physical death, identity death. I buried the version of me that was always behind, always tired, and always had an excuse, and the one that was always waiting for someone to rescue her. Grace doesn't mean that God is okay with your disorder. It means that He's willing to sanctify you in the middle of it. I didn't need self-care. I needed repentance. I didn't need hacks. I needed headship over my own thoughts, my own habits, and my own homeschool. God didn't want to fix my schedule. He wanted to sanctify my soul through my schedule. So here are the systems that changed everything. But do not be fooled. These are not hacks. These are actually acts of war against chaos. Number 1, sacred mornings. I started waking up early, not perfectly, but on purpose. And let me just clarify here, by early, I do not mean 4 or 5 o'clock. I'm not one of those people. I've said before, I'm really not a natural morning person. but I realized that I really do have to get up earlier in order to get ahead. So 6:30 is my goal. I made coffee, prayed, and baked the breakfast casserole before any of the other kids were up. No phones, no noise, just clarity. She rises while it is yet night. So that isn't just a poetic line in Proverbs 31. It's strategy. Number 2, non-negotiable rhythms. No more emotion-based days. We had fixed times for breakfast, fixed times to be at the school table, fixed times for lunch, and fixed times for school to be over. And I stopped apologizing that. I used to think that freedom meant flexibility, but the real freedom is the fruit of submission to rhythms, to truth, and to your calling. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that there's zero flexibility in my day. It's just I have to stop making up every excuse I can think of to use that flexibility. Number 3, academic mastery. I stopped outsourcing responsibility. I started checking every single assignment. I faced the academic gaps that my own lack of discipline had created in my children. So the goal wasn't perfection, but the goal was dominion over what God had entrusted me with. And just so you understand, this change wasn't all external. I had to replace that false self with the rightful ruler of this homeschool. I stopped asking myself, what do I feel like doing? And I started asking myself, what would the woman that I want to become be doing right now? I cut off the scrolling, the complaining, and the passive escape. And I began the practice of radical self-assessment. Every night before bed, I would ask myself, where did I lead and where did I abdicate? Where did I make excuses? I didn't need motivation. I needed a standard. Something started to happen. My voice got quieter. My home got more calm. My children looked at me differently because I wasn't reacting anymore. I was ruling. Children learn not from what you say, but from who you are. I started studying women on TV and in the movies that exhibited this quiet power I was looking for. This one's a little bit funny. Mary Poppins. So, we all think spoonful of sugar when we think of Mary Poppins. But actually, she was a pretty powerful woman. She got done what needed to be done. She whipped those children into shape. Not literally, but figuratively. She got everybody doing what they were supposed to be doing. Nanny McPhee. Nanny McPhee is actually one of my favorites. She was transformational and she was full of quiet strength. Marmee from Little Women. Strong, sacrificial, and emotionally composed. Caroline Ingalls. Stoic, dignified, and unshakable. They didn't whine, they didn't rant, they governed. I didn't need more yelling, I needed more gravity. Today, my life on paper looks similar. Same house, same children, same homeschool. But the woman running it all is unrecognizable compared to the woman of 4 years ago. And that's exactly how it should be. You're not supposed to feel like a failure forever. You are supposed to outgrow the version of you that couldn't carry the weight. 3 months of transformation will not make you perfect, but it can make you new. So I just want to reiterate, you don't become unrecognizable by doing more. You become unrecognizable by becoming more. And that all starts with the radical self-reflection that I was talking about. Where are you being lazy? Where are you being inefficient? Where are you letting undisciplined behaviors slide? Those are the things that you have to change. So if your homeschool feels heavy, if you're ready to stop numbing and start changing, go ahead and download the Homeschool Rescue Plan. It's free. It will walk you through step by step the reset that changed everything for me. Because 3 months from now, you could be the same woman that you are today, or you could be completely unrecognizable and the fruits of your homeschool could be undeniable.